Hello everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being here with us today. My name is Daniel.
Hi everyone. I'm Mina. We're very happy you decided to spend a few minutes listening to English with us.
This is a relaxed English listening practice. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen, follow the voices, and enjoy the conversation.
Yes. Please don't worry if some parts feel difficult. That is normal. Learning English takes time, and listening is an important first step.
Today, we're going to talk about the future. Not the distant future, and not in a serious way. Just simple thoughts about what comes next.
When people hear the word future, they sometimes feel nervous. They think about big plans, big decisions, or big pressure.
But today is different. This is a safe space. We will talk slowly, clearly, and naturally. Our goal is to help you feel comfortable listening to real English.
You can listen while relaxing, drinking coffee, or resting after a long day. There is no test and no stress.
As you listen, you might hear useful expressions about time, plans, and feelings. You don't need to write them down now. Just let the words flow.
Later, you may notice that some sentences feel familiar. That's a good sign. It means your listening is improving.
So take a deep breath, sit back, and listen with us.
Let's begin our conversation about the future, calmly, naturally, and one step at a time.
Mina, let me ask you a simple question. When you think about the future, how do you feel?
That's a good question, Daniel. Honestly, my feelings are a little mixed. Sometimes I feel excited, but other times I feel unsure.
I understand that very well. The future can feel exciting because there are many possibilities. But it can also feel unclear.
Yes, exactly. I don't feel scared, but I don't feel completely confident either. It's more like curiosity with a bit of worry.
That sounds very honest. I think many people feel the same way, even if they don't talk about it.
I agree. When I was younger, I thought I needed to have a clear plan for everything. Now I feel differently.
How so?
Now I think it's okay not to know everything about the future. Life changes, and people change too.
That's a healthy way to think. For me, the future feels quieter than before. I don't rush toward it.
Quieter. That's an interesting word.
Yes. I feel calm when I think about the future. I don't need big excitement. I just hope for balance and stability.
I like that idea. Balance feels very important, especially in daily life.
Exactly. Instead of asking, what will I become? I ask, how do I want to live?
That question feels easier to answer. It also feels less stressful.
The future doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fast.
Yes. It's okay to move slowly and learn along the way.
So if you're listening right now, you don't need all the answers.
Just noticing how you feel about the future is already a good start.
Mina, when people talk about the future, they often talk about jobs. But instead of asking, what job do you want? I want to ask something different.
Okay. What do you want to ask?
In the future, how do you want your daily work life to feel?
That's an interesting question. I think I want my workdays to feel calm and organized.
Calm and organized. That sounds nice.
Yes. I don't need a very famous job or a very high position. I just want to feel useful and respected.
I really like that answer. For me, the feeling is also important. I hope my work doesn't control my entire life.
You mean having time for yourself?
Exactly. I want to finish work and still have energy for simple things, like cooking dinner or going for a walk.
That makes a big difference. When work is too stressful, even small joys disappear.
That's true. In the past, I thought working hard meant working all the time. Now I think working well is more important than working long hours.
I agree. I also hope to work with people who communicate kindly and clearly.
Good communication makes daily life much easier.
Yes. Even a simple thank you or good job can change the mood of a whole day.
That's a great point. In the future, I want a workplace where people listen to each other.
Me too. I don't need my job to be exciting every day. Some days can be quiet, and that's okay.
I feel the same. A stable routine can be comforting.
And stability helps us plan other parts of life, like health, hobbies, and relationships.
Exactly. So when we think about future work, maybe we don't need to focus on job titles.
Instead, we can think about daily life. How we feel when we wake up. How we feel when the day ends.
That's a very realistic way to look at the future.
Yes. A good future doesn't always mean a bigger job. Sometimes it means a better daily life.
We talked about work and daily life. Now I'm curious about something else. In the future, where do you imagine yourself living, Mina?
I think about that sometimes. I don't have a clear place in mind, but I know how I want the place to feel.
How do you want it to feel?
I want it to feel peaceful, but not lonely. I like quiet mornings, but I also want convenience.
That balance sounds important.
Yes. I don't want to be too far from everyday things, like shops or public transportation. At the same time, I don't want too much noise.
I understand that. For me, lifestyle matters more than the exact location.
What kind of lifestyle do you imagine?
A simple one. I imagine walking more, spending less time rushing, and having a regular rhythm to my days.
That sounds very healthy.
I think so too. When life is too busy, it's easy to feel tired all the time.
I agree. In the future, I hope my home is a place where I can really rest.
Not just sleep, but rest your mind as well.
Exactly. A place where I can read, think, or just sit quietly without feeling guilty.
I like that idea a lot. I also imagine having a small space just for myself, even if the home is not big.
Yes. A comfortable space is more important than a large space.
In the past, I thought living in a busy area meant success. Now I think success can also mean calm.
That's a nice way to see it. The future doesn't always have to be louder or faster.
Sometimes, a slower lifestyle is exactly what we need.
And choosing where and how we live is a big part of shaping that future.
When people talk about the future, they often talk about big dreams. But I want to talk about something smaller.
Small changes.
Yes. Small changes in daily life. I think they are more realistic and easier to keep.
I agree. Big dreams can feel inspiring, but they can also feel heavy.
Exactly. Sometimes big dreams make us feel pressure instead of motivation.
For me, thinking about small improvements feels calmer. It feels possible.
Can you give an example?
Sure. In the future, I want to wake up a little earlier and start my day slowly. No rushing, no checking my phone right away.
That sounds like a very healthy habit.
I think so. It's not a big dream, but it can change how the whole day feels.
I like that. For me, a small change is taking a short walk every evening.
Even 10 or 15 minutes can make a difference.
Yes. It helps clear my mind after a long day.
I also want to eat more carefully. Not perfectly, but more mindfully.
That's a good word, mindfully.
Thank you. I don't want to change everything at once. Just 1 or 2 things is enough.
I think that's a smart approach. Small changes are easier to continue.
And when we continue them, they slowly become part of our life.
That's how the future is built, step by step.
Yes. Not through one big decision, but through many small choices.
So maybe we don't need a perfect plan for the future.
We just need one small, kind decision for ourselves today.
That already moves us forward. We've talked about work, lifestyle, and small changes. Now let's talk about learning. Learning is a big part of personal growth.
Yes, and learning doesn't stop after school. It continues throughout life.
That's very true. In the future, what kind of learning do you want to focus on?
I want to focus on learning that feels useful and meaningful, not just impressive.
Can you explain that a little more?
Of course. I don't want to learn something only to show it to others. I want to learn skills that improve my daily life.
That makes a lot of sense.
For example, I want to become more confident when I speak English. Not perfect, just more comfortable.
Confidence is very important. Many people understand English, but they feel shy using it.
Yes. I think confidence grows slowly, through practice and patience.
I agree. For me, personal growth means learning how to manage my time better.
That's an important skill.
When I manage my time well, I feel less stress and more control.
And that affects everything: work, rest, and relationships.
Exactly. Learning doesn't always mean studying from a book.
Sometimes it means learning from experience. Sometimes it means learning from mistakes.
That's true. In the future, I also want to learn how to be more patient with myself.
That's a beautiful goal. Many people are very kind to others, but very strict with themselves.
Yes, I'm one of those people.
Then learning to be patient is a form of growth too.
I think so. So if you're listening, remember this: listening itself is learning.
Every time you listen, even quietly, you are growing a little.
We've talked a lot about the future in general. Now let's bring it closer. Let's talk about the near future.
Yes, not next year or next decade. Just this week and this month.
Exactly. Mina, do you have any simple plans for this week?
I do. This week, I'm planning to spend a little more time outside.
That sounds nice. What are you going to do?
After work, I'm going to take a short walk near my home. Nothing long. Just enough to relax.
That's a great plan. Fresh air really helps.
Yes. I'm also going to prepare simple meals at home instead of ordering food every day.
That's a good habit to build.
I think so too. Cooking at home makes me feel more balanced.
What about this month? Do you have any plans for the rest of the month?
This month, I'm planning to finish one book. Not quickly, just slowly and carefully.
I like that approach. Reading slowly can be very enjoyable.
Yes. It feels like a quiet break from daily life.
For me, this week I'm going to organize my schedule a little better.
How will you do that?
I'm going to write down my tasks instead of keeping them in my head.
That already sounds less stressful.
It is. And this month, I'm planning to reduce screen time in the evening.
That can be difficult, but very helpful.
Yes, I'll start small. Maybe 10 minutes less each day.
That's a realistic plan.
The near future doesn't need big events.
Simple, clear plans can already make us feel more stable.
Mina, when I think about our conversation today, I notice something interesting.
What is it?
We talked about the future, but it didn't feel heavy or stressful.
That's true. It felt calm and very natural.
We didn't talk about big goals or perfect plans. We talked about feelings, daily life, and small steps.
Yes. We talked about work, but more about how work fits into life.
And we talked about where we want to live, not in terms of a famous place, but in terms of comfort and balance.
Right. We also talked about learning, but not learning everything at once. Just learning slowly.
Exactly. Little by little.
I think that's an important message. The future is not something far away.
It's connected to today. To this week. To this month.
Like taking a short walk, reading a few pages, or cooking one meal at home.
Those small actions shape how the future feels.
And they are easier to do than big changes.
Yes. Big plans can wait. Small habits can start now.
I also like how our conversation showed that it's okay to be unsure.
That's true. Not knowing everything doesn't mean we're doing something wrong.
It just means we're human.
So if you're listening, you don't need to remember every sentence.
Just remember this feeling of calm and possibility.
That feeling is enough for today. As we come to the end of our conversation, I want to say thank you for listening with us.
Yes, thank you for spending this time. Just listening quietly is already a meaningful step.
Today, we talked about the future in a gentle way. Not as something to fear, but as something to approach calmly.
The future doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be clear right now.
What matters is how we move forward, one small step at a time.
Before you go, we'd like to invite you to think about one simple question.
What is one small thing you want to do in the near future?
It could be something for tomorrow, this week, or this month.
It doesn't have to be a big dream. A small plan is more than enough.
If you feel comfortable, you can share your answer in the comments.
You can write just one sentence. Simple English is perfect.
Reading your comments helps us feel connected to you.
And it helps you practice expressing your thoughts in English.
If this listening practice felt helpful, please consider subscribing.
We share calm, clear English conversations like this regularly.
You can listen at your own pace, whenever you need a quiet moment.
Until next time, keep learning gently and take care of yourself.
We look forward to listening with you again. Goodbye for now.